Once a year, the Kentucky High School Athletic Association hosts a tournament for Class A schools. The All-A Classic gives teams that chance to compete for a basketball state championship. And in 2017, it was time for the Orange and Black to take center stage.
My name is Jacquez Dunford, and I play power forward.
My name is Travis Strings. I was a sophomore at the time, so I was class of 2019, and I was just a guard, not really a specific one.
My name is Marcus Ashford, class of 2018, and I was running point guard.
I feel like the turning point of our season, we had two. We had a tournament that we played in, I don't know if it was over Christmas break or not, but we went to Murray, and we played terrible. Like, it was a long trip. We go down there and we played awful, and we got beat by a couple teams that we know we shouldn't have gotten beat by. And then fast forward, when we played in the Lexington Catholic Christmas tournament, that changed everything for us. That was where we took off, because there was a lot of people even within the community that we know and heard say that we played a team from Georgia and they didn't think we had a chance. So hearing that, then to go up there and beat them the way that we did, Jacoby hit like a game-winning layup against them, buzzer beater, and like I think that was where we finally like clicked and everybody came together and realized like, no, we can do something. This isn't gonna be like last year or the year before. Like, we're gonna make something happen.
In that tournament, they just doubted us the whole time since we were like a small school. Nobody expected us to win any games. But once we started going on a roll, started running through the tournament, nobody can beat us.
To be a part of it, it was special because we always had to travel what seemed like somewhere really far, like Broadstairs or somewhere else. So to be able to do it here was nice. And like you said, to cut down the nets, because a lot of other places, people would leave. But we cut down the nets, everybody was still there because it was at the crib.
To cut down the nets at home, what a feeling.
After winning the regional tournament, the Greyhounds would travel from the confines of the Earl Redwine Gymnasium to the bright lights of the Frankfort Civic Center.
The crowd didn't rattle us due to the fact that the crowd was ours. You know what I'm saying? I think we had a lot of community travel to those games or to that arena, and that gym was pretty loud. But I promise you, every second of that game, it felt like it was us.
Absolutely, and it wasn't just people from our school either. That was the thing, is that even though us and Bourbon are kind of like rivals, a lot of people that I know from Bourbon were there just like, it was more so of a community was behind us as opposed to just like our side of town. I remember, I don't remember the exact date, but it was around the time of my birthday. So I just turned 16 and we ended up having to leave school early, like right after I got my permit. And it was a weather thing. And so our coach had told us, Coach Brooks, he told us, bring your bags, pack, because I plan on being here for a couple days. And so I feel like that really set the tone, because from then on out, I don't really think we had the mentality we were going down here to do anything besides win. And like you said, those first games were relatively close. And I'll never forget, after the Owensboro game, the next day, I want to say, we practiced at Franklin County.
Because we were so tight, you know, playing around day by day in practice. But we also got a lot of people that like to keep it focused and keep us locked in.
And like I said, we've all known each other our whole lives, so every practice, at least once or twice, somebody was going to be messing around, joking around and stuff. But that was the one practice where every single person on the team was locked in from top to bottom. Nobody was messing around, and it was a really good practice, and I think that set the tone going into that LCA game, and I think that's why we played so well.
If it wasn't for that man Jacoby, I don't know where we would be, you know what I'm saying? That man stepped up in every game. That man was just a leader. That man knew how to push people. And I was just a person trying to do my best and get behind him and lead that, lead our pack. So
to win. We didn't feel like there was any reason why we shouldn't win or couldn't win. And I feel like everybody's goal was to win it, because it had been a long time, and we had a lot of teams in the years prior to that we felt like should have won that didn't. So I feel like everybody kind of had the same thoughts, we got to win this.
One thing I think was really good was maintaining focus. And that point in time, being in a position, I feel like we've been there before. You know what I'm saying? With this team, we've been in a lot of tough games, and a lot of games that we wasn't supposed to win, especially being an underdog. Paris is a small school, but I don't think we're small at heart.
The Greyhounds would outscore opponents 436 to 341 en route to claiming the 2017 All-A State Championship.
Everybody's feeling pretty happy, excited. makes you want to cry a little bit because like I don't think Press ever done that before. So to be the first class to ever win a Class A championship felt pretty good.
I would say just chip at it. You know what I'm saying? Every day of practice, go hard. For yourself, push yourself. Lead others, be a good person. And at the end of the day, none of this is promised, but it can happen. And day by day, just give it your all, because eventually this will be over. But one day you might be able to look back on something. You know what I'm saying? So if I was you, I would just give it my all and go hard.
You just gotta work hard, stay humble, and just play a role.
I would say trust in one another. You know, y'all gonna fight, argue, we do the same thing, but at the end of the day, y'all are brothers. And I feel like that's the difference between going to school here and some of the other schools around, is just that like, I feel like we are all so close knit, and sometimes we don't use that to our advantage. And I feel like that's one of the things that definitely helped us get over the hump this year. And also just, it can be done. That's the thing. We didn't necessarily have this to look at, but y'all do, so it can be done.